Paul, what were your thoughts on the game on Saturday?
Yeah, it topped off a frustrating week for me personally. Yeah, obviously I'm never going to get that back and experience what it was like live and the noise and the environment, everything. So my opinion of it was also skewed by that. But yeah, I didn't enjoy it for lots of reasons, both personally and obviously the result.
What prevented your team from perhaps providing more of a creative edge in the game? Because especially in that second half, didn't really have any chances, did you?
No, and that's the frustrating thing. I thought till the first goal it was even in terms of chances. We were the only one who'd had some, even though we'd still want more. And the two moments of quality, the two efforts on target they had were the two moments on quality and took the game away. So yeah, we weren't creative enough and didn't have enough quality in our attacking play. But I just thought the whole game was flat. Again, I can't experience the crowd or the environment of the game because I wasn't there, but watching it on a screen, albeit with a delay and everything, it appeared a flat performance. And one, like I said, could have gone either. If you're judging it off a one-off game and you're looking at possession, stats, territory, chances, things like that, there's probably nothing in it. But I'm not. I'm looking at the bigger picture and the overall performance, and it wasn't up to the previous four.
Just how difficult is it to be a manager and experience a performance like that and be so far away from the action to essentially be managing from home?
Oh, yeah, it's the worst. It's the worst. You're helpless. It's like I said to you during the week. That's my problem. It's something I've got to deal with. I've been before when I've been sent to the stand or suspended and you're sat in the stand, but you get in the dressing room before the game or at half time. I've also experienced that in Scotland where you're not allowed in the dressing room before the game or at half time and you've just got to watch from the stand or the director's box as I did, but at least you can get your messages down and you're there, you feel live and part of it. So yeah, it's the toughest game I've had to be in charge of, for that reason.
It's the second league game in 41 days. Do you fear that you've lost some momentum through this or maybe have become a bit rusty based on what happened on Saturday?
Yeah, not that game, but we certainly, of course, you can't go that length of time and keep momentum. You can if your results, of course you can, but that would have been irrelevant. It's been such a big space of time that all those games, that Fulham, everything's gone. And like I said, the nature of that Christmas period, how we were getting games called off, wasn't great. So it's like starting again. That's how I'd put it, and that's how I'd pitch it to everyone. It's like starting again. 23 games, half a season left. And we want it to be a better half than the first season, simple as that, than the first half of the season. And that's it. So yeah, I think it's unavoidable that with that length of time that momentum, if you like, just a break, it's like we're starting again, and that's how we're going to approach it.
Is it tough at all to go from one extreme to the other? So little games and then having 3 in a week?
No, I think if you're a player, think back to I played, even some of the boys' comments already, they'd all rather be playing. We'll try and get everyone up to speed as quick as possible because we're going to need everyone, that's the thing. We want everyone back from injury. The ones who's been out, either COVID-related illness or injuries, we want them back because, in all honesty, like I said, I'm just looking at the running, especially after the Peterborough game. We've got some real big games, some real quick turnarounds in, Wednesday nights to Saturdays, things like that. So, yeah, we're going to need the squad.
I suppose it's stating the obvious, but how much do you miss Morgan Gibbs-White in a game like that at the weekend?
Yeah, well, that's what Morgan's brought this season. He's brought that bit of spark and bit of creativity, but we're more than just one player, and that's the frustrating thing. We just our levels of performance. Like I said, take the game out of it in terms of the result, and I'm not judging that game in isolation because we can all say, yeah, we didn't do this. There was nothing in that. They only had 2 shots on target. It was the performance. We weren't at where we want to be and where we're striving to be. So that's been the message to the players.
How do you feel about Rio Brewster? He's a player who scored a lot of goals at this level in the past when he was at Swansea. How tempted are you to give him a run on the chance that he can maybe re-establish that form?
Well, I think what's frustrating for Rian and us was he just scored a couple of goals in the 2 games and got injured against Bristol. So he's been out, so he's worked hard. We've been working hard with him, giving some minutes in the 23s. Again, he scored again. So if you're looking at that, he's got 3 and 3 regardless of the games. And he knows he needs to keep working hard, needs to get fitter. And he's determined to do it. He's determined to get in the team, and hopefully then everyone gets the benefit and we get the goals.
How do you think Sander Berger gets to his best form?
Games, minutes on the pitch, training hard. There's no shortcuts. He has been working hard. He's had such a long layoff, both the middle of last season, then got back available to the back end, and then just until now being out. So it's been such a long layoff that he's missed a lot of time, a lot of training sessions, and that's all we can give him, the time and the effort from our point of view, keep pushing him. And he's a determined boy, so he'll keep working hard and keep improving every day.
What do you expect from Preston?
Tough game, high energy. They like to pass the ball. They like to be attacking, so lots of attacking intent. And we're playing away from home, so we've got to match that. We've certainly got to raise our game from the other day. We've certainly got to match their attacking intent, and we've also got to be better with the ball in terms of quality in the final third and a real desire to score and create and take risks. So, yeah, from that aspect, I know it's going to be a tough game and probably an entertaining one as well, the way that both teams are set up.
In terms of the transfers, is there any updates on Robin Olsen's future? He's been linked, obviously, with Aston Villa quite heavily.
Yeah, that's what it is. Linked, but I said before, we have to make sure that, as a club, we're in a position where we can bring someone in, And I've spoke with Robin in constant communication with him. He understands, everyone understands. So, yeah, that's as far as we've got.
There was a report in the last day or so that you're in advanced talks with Frank Fielding. What's the situation there?
Well, just because he's on a short-term contract at another club, isn't he? So his situation is different. But yeah, we've been in contact with the keepers who we think are available. And as I say, until we know that we can bring one of them in, we can't let Robin go simply because of that. He's our. We want him to. I understand his position and Roma's position, and we want to be respectful of that. Although he's not our player, we want to do right by them, but at the minute he's our player because he's under our loan contract.
Another player who's been linked is Marcus Brown. Is he on your radar?
Now, as I said, I'll keep getting chucked a lot of names at me, and I tend to only hear them when we do these press conferences. Some are out of the blue, some might have been and gone, some that might be interesting. Yeah, so that's all I'll say.
Has it been a challenging window to sign players? I think a few managers have spoken about it being that way because of COVID more than anything, I guess. Yeah,
January it's not good. Yeah, because of COVID, people reluctant want to make sure that we've got people in the building before you let people go, and probably every club's thinking the same in that respect. And it is. January's never good for ins and outs. It's never good. As a manager, you could probably do without it, But it's here, and we have to deal with it as best we can, but there's just that many people involved in it. That's the thing at every club, and it just muddies the waters, trying to get deals done.
That said, is it important that you get a bit of help in this window? I mean, you had a good run up until Saturday, but does Saturday also show that you'd really benefit maybe if you could get one or two in here?
Well, we would, but we've also got a lot who will naturally be coming back through injuries, who we know are going to improve the team and be challenging and improve the squad. So we've certainly got enough quality in the building. But yeah, there's certain positions where we're short again, and COVID's still here. We need to make sure we've got cover in key positions, or players coming in who are going to better key positions. And also we can maintain that flexibility in the squad and adaptability. So if we do get caught out with a couple of players missing out of one position, we've got someone else who we know can step in.